Investigators probing the Epstein files have turned their focus towards Hollywood celebrity Ashton Kutcher, as disturbing information surfaces about his ties to a massive blackmail murder machine running through Hollywood. According to an Epstein survivor, Kutcher was involved in luring victims for the trafficking network. But it doesn't stop there. He has blood on his hands, a lot of blood. We're talking about a series of high-profile unalivings, including 2 of his girlfriends, one of whom was the actor Brittany Murphy. As the investigation widens, Hollywood insiders are warning that Kutcher, once cast as Hollywood's golden boy, is likely the next cab off the rank to receive justice, and join his best friend Sean Combs and Danny Masterson in serving a long sentence behind bars. Before we dive in, did you know that Israel has quietly deceitfully seized control of the world's most popular VPNs? In 2026, privacy is a matter of life and death. There's only one VPN you can truly trust. Go to vp.net/TPV and see for yourself. It's fast, mathematically secure, and for our viewers, it's as low as $5.55 a month. Ashton Kutcher knows it's only a matter of time before everything comes crashing down. It already has for his best friends Sean Diddy Combs and Danny Masterson, who is currently serving an indefinite period of 30 years to life in prison for a series of brutal rapes. The heinous nature of the crimes didn't stop Kutcher from writing a character letter to the judge in defense of his friend. It was only after the letter became public, sparking widespread outrage, that Kutcher and Kunis grudgingly issued an apology.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or
Nothing says heartfelt apology like angrily turning the camera off after reading a script your legal team carefully crafted to rescue your careers from the dumpster fire of a celebrity rape scandal. According to an Epstein survivor, Ashton's links to Diddy and Masterson are the tip of the iceberg when it comes to his concerns. They allege that Ashton, the butcher Kutcher, has blood on his hands. Not only is Kutcher directly involved in the death of his ex Brittany Murphy, but a whole host of other young women from in and around the 2000s Hollywood scene.
You know who actually caused Brittany Murphy's death? This incredibly talented actress was found dead in her home in December 2009. Her death was ruled natural, with the cause being pneumonia, iron deficiency, and multiple drug intoxication. And her husband, Simon Monjack, passed away only 6 months later of the same thing, pneumonia. In an interview, her dad accused someone of poisoning her.
The fact is that she was poisoned. And
her mother, Sharon, was the first to be suspected, because before Brittany died, she had her write a will and put everything in her own name. The second person in the spotlight, Ashton Kutcher, Brittany's ex. I don't know if you knew this or not, these two have been close friends for years. And Kim Porter, Diddy's wife, also died from pneumonia. What's even stranger is that all three had the same coroner, Ed Winter, who passed away last March. People think this can't just be a coincidence.
According to an Epstein survivor, the day Brittany Murphy decided to speak to the authorities about the elite paedophile ring was the day she became a dead woman walking. Because back in the 2000s, the authorities weren't investigating Hollywood's trafficking network, they were protecting it.
There's also a theory that Brittany and her husband were poisoned by the government. It claims that Brittany was friends with whistleblower Julia Davis and got caught up. The couple was apparently convinced that the government was spying on them.
For Ashton Kutcher, the Masterson guilty verdict was a punch in the face. But the Diddy verdict? That was a hammer blow. He knows it's only a matter of time now, because Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has placed Kutcher at the scene of the crime.
I was around Ashton Kutcher and Diddy before, and they were speaking about Brittany Murphy. And I don't think I ever told this story, and I'm about to tell this story here. While he was married to Demi Moore, he was still sneaking around seeing Brittany Murphy. You understand? We were going to Nets game. So we picked him up and he was explaining to Diddy that every time he goes to Brittany's house, paparazzi always catches him or almost catch him coming out her apartment or coming out the building. And Diddy was telling him that's either the doorman or your security. And he was still married to Demi Moore at the time. Because it's crazy how they said her and Kim and some other individual with them or around them all died of pneumonia and they were in perfect health.
Which gave me the shivers, that, because how can these two people be around the same people but die of the same death? Is it a case of the stories that they're going to expose them off, they become a threat, so they kill them off?
Epstein recruiter Jean-Luc Brunel suffered the same fate after he offered to testify against Epstein and his network of VIP pedophiles. The Department of Justice refused to hear his testimony, and from that very day forward, he was marked for death.
The Paris prosecutor's office has confirmed to NBC News that a former modeling agent linked to Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his prison cell this morning. The office says that it appeared Jean-Luc Brunel, quote, died by suicide because he was discovered dead from hanging himself with his sheets. NBC's Raf Sanchez is joining us. This is astounding to hear, Raf, this breaking news, especially considering the fact that he died exactly the same way Jeffrey Epstein did.
Because the authorities don't investigate the elite paedophile ring, they protect it, they promote it, they're part of it. According to an Epstein survivor who was trafficked to major Hollywood stars, not even 1% of the full horror has been revealed by the DOJ's Epstein files. She's blowing the whistle about Ashton Kutcher right after this important word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is PillsForever.com. If you think Big Pharma have your best interests at heart, think again. The price of medicine in America has skyrocketed, and there are certain medicines Big Pharma don't want you to know about. That's why I've partnered with PillsForever.com. All of their FDA-approved medicines are the cheapest you'll find anywhere. More importantly, you can order medicines that Big Pharma don't want you to have, such as ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and fenbendazole. Speaking of fenbendazole, not only does it get rid of parasites that live inside your body, there have been studies that show fenbendazole can help with cancer. Listen to this bombshell interview with Mel Gibson, who says 3 of his friends who had terminal cancer were cured by the very same ivermectin and fenbendazole available at PillsForever.com.
I have 3 friends. All 3 of them had stage 4 cancer. All 3 of them don't have cancer right now at all. And they had some serious stuff going on.
And what did they take?
Jesus. They took some, what you've heard they've taken.
Ivermectin? Fenbendazole? Yeah. I'm hearing that a lot.
They drank hydrochloride something or other.
Get 15% off using coupon code People's Voice at the checkout. Please click the link below this video to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Ever wonder why Alicia Silverstone never worked with Ashton Kutcher? 2 Hollywood icons from the same era. Well, Silverstone knew that being close to Kutcher massively increased your chances of dying of a rare strain of pneumonia, or finding yourself in a pool of blood with dozens of stab wounds. If you're finding this hard to believe, if you think Hollywood couldn't be this evil, you haven't heard anything yet. Because Hollywood is rotten to the core. Look at Demi Moore. She was married to Kutcher while he was running around behind her back, staying close to Brittany Murphy while she was slowly being poisoned to death. And guess what? Demi is not some innocent victim in all this. She's knee-deep in the same filth herself.
Okay, one more time.
Why do you think everybody's come out?
I don't know. Maybe just because I love them all and I hope they all love me.
We do love him.
And I love them.
It's a big club, and thank God you're not part of it. Notice the way she stopped to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow? That's a classic MK Ultra tell. Now, back to Kutcher the Butcher. According to an Epstein survivor, Kutcher is the pawn that links the Diddy and Epstein trafficking networks. His role?
My name's Jane. I was one of Jeffrey's girls. 15 when they pulled me in. I'm done keeping quiet. There is this big Hollywood actor. You know, the pretty boy every teen girl's obsessed with. Jeffrey used him heavy, especially early on. When he was just starting out, he had to kill to get his shot at stardom. And he was damn good at it. He enjoyed it. Liked it messy, slashing, blood, screaming, gore. That's how he built his whole career. Once the girls were inside and wanted out, Jeffrey sent him back to handle it. I saw what he did to 2 girls who tried to talk. He's a psychopath, a serial killer hiding behind that famous smile. I know he was tight with Diddy too, but I can't talk about that. I can only speak on Jeffrey. He used him to lure the girls in and to shut them up when they got loud. He had a big career for a while, until it all fell apart. You can only keep those skeletons quiet for so long. I'll swear to every word about Jeffrey. The world needs to know who he really is. That's all I got on Ashton Kutcher.
It gets even worse. In 2001, Ashton Kutcher got stood up on a date, and then the next morning, that girl was found dead. The case was a baffling unsolved murder for years. But in 2024, a shocking new detail emerged that completely shifted the perspective on the entire case. Ashton Kutcher has a lot of explaining to do.
Ashton the Butcher Kutcher. A lot of people keep asking me, why am I talking about Ashton? And some of you may be new to this, but I am true to this, so here we go. The Butcher name fits. In 2001, there was a very gruesome unaliving that went down, okay? Ashton was dating the girl that got gruesomely unalived 47 times to the point to where she was almost decapitated. This happened back in 2001, and I've been saying it since it went down that he did it. Allegedly for entertainment and educational purposes only, of course. Ashton was supposed to be picking her up to go out on a date. And when he arrives to the house, he said that he noticed that there were wine stains everywhere. And so he left. The police later then find his fingerprints all over the place, and he's enthralled in a massive unaliving case. Now, they do have a guy named Michael Gargiulo that went to prison for this, who allegedly he admitted to. All the other ones except this one, he holds firm that he did not do it. But he's admitted to all the others. And he specifically said Ashton did that. Now, as you know, Ashton and his wife, Mila Kunis, wrote letters not very long ago for Danny Masterson, talking about, oh, he's a father and a great friend and this and that and the third. What they didn't anticipate is what Danny Masterson's girlfriend from 2001, the night that happened with Ashley Ellerin, to come out and say after they wrote the letters against her for him. And she says, Ashton, did you forget that I was there on speakerphone that night? I heard everything that you said. I know the secrets that you and your mentor keep, talking about the two of them, Ashton and Danny Masterson. Now, Danny Masterson he had Chrissy Bixler, who was his live-in girlfriend at the time. He was on speakerphone when Ashton called and was talking about what he had just seen at Ashley Ellerin's. So, he tells the police that he saw wine stains everywhere, okay, because it was too dark to see in and see wine stains everywhere, okay, that's lie number one. Number two, instead of leaving, freaked out, calling 911, trying to save anyone's life, he decides that he's scared about his career, is what he tells the police. So he decides he's going to call his best friend, Danny Masterson. Okay, now, he's your best friend, but you didn't know he was a rapist at the time? Come on now. Spends an hour on the phone with Danny and his PR team, okay, outside of the apartment, never moves. They don't tell him to leave, they tell him to sit right there. So what do you think they had done? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. If this was a book, I would assume they had someone call in a fixer. Speaking from experience in the entertainment industry, but anyway. So here's the deal. When it came time for Danny Masterson to go down, do you think Ashton wanted to write those letters and ruin his career? No, but he didn't anticipate on the living girlfriend being over there on speakerphone the night of the conversation, because he still to this day did not know up until he wrote those letters that she was. He wrote those letters for Danny because he had to write those letters for Danny over Ashley Ellering. Now use your imagination and let it run wild. Michael Gargiulo, the man that's in prison for it right now, admits to everything he's ever done, tells the truth about it, except for this one. Why? Then shortly thereafter, all of this stuff goes down in 01. They're trying to find a handler for him. Trying to find one. So finally they send him to me to clean all this mess up. Because even at best, if he didn't do it and Michael Gargiulo did do it, he thwarted an investigation to where the man could have been caught quicker. But I don't think Michael did it at all. And then now we see him involved with Brittany Murphy years later. And then you can put two and two together from there. Because even when all this stuff went down with Ashley Ellering, him and Diddy were forming a bond. Oh yeah.
You can only keep those skeletons quiet for so long. And remember when Kanye said they couldn't control him because he's never killed anybody? Maybe that's exactly why they came for him so viciously. Blood pays for stardom in this town. And some pretty faces are willing to pay that price, over and over again. Stay awake, keep digging, because the bodies are starting to surface. And we won't stop until everything is revealed.